All right, we are sitting in Thailand Studios. What are we going to call this? Thailand
Production Studio.
Yeah. This is the SmashCastBros podcast, where we have a lot of fun. We bullshit with each other. We pick on each other quite a bit. However, what we definitely do is keep it local, keep it cash, and tell the feds to kiss our ass. And we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about tonight, boys? I'm sitting with Trigger, a.k.a. Jeremy, and Moo, a.k.a. Max. What are we going to talk about tonight, gentlemen?
Fucking name. I figure Garage Essentials.
Garage Essentials is a great topic. We did it a couple times. We're going to clean it up and try to make it not sound like we're in a dumpster.
You just got a place, you got a garage. What do you need to stock that garage with?
Call it a 2-stall garage. Call it a
Hell,
man
even a
cave.
1-stall. If you didn't have a garage before.
He honked. We drink. For context, we're sitting out in front of Thailand right now, and every car that revs it up, Harley revs it up, car that honks.
Saturday evening in the middle of summer in Ionia, Michigan.
Yes, we're in the middle
It's
of
not hot and humid anymore.
We used to be living in the Bible Belt. Now we're living in the Bible Mitten. I guess it depends on where you're at. If you're down in the bottom left corner, that's kind of the toilet bowl of Michigan, right?
Bottom right corner.
Well,
you got to look. You're talking Detroit, right?
Yeah. Well,
that's
I guess. Well,
bottom left is too close to Chicago.
If I'm standing here looking south.
Yeah, but if you're standing looking
Detroit
north,
is the toilet of Michigan.
Yes, it's the armpit of the world.
But
Detroit is the armpit of the world.
If you look at the other bottom corner of Michigan, it's too close to Detroit for my liking, or Chicago for my liking.
Chirac. You've said it. You call it Chirac normally.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't tonight. However, you're not wrong. It is a war zone.
Nuh-uh, they don't have guns there.
No. Their excuse is...
Just saying.
No. If you ever ask them, well, why doesn't Indiana, or like, what's causing these problems? And they'll say some stuff
Government.
Well, they can just go to Indiana, buy a gun, and they come here and shoot people up. And I said, well,
right. That's
the
illegal.
question is, well, no. Why doesn't that happen in Indiana, where all the guns are being sold? They don't have these problems. If the guns were really the issue and Indiana selling them, why doesn't Indiana have the problems that Chirac does?
I need you both to stop and remember exactly where you are right now.
Bumfuck nowhere.
Okay? I'm going to show you a photograph.
Oh, God. It better not be a fucking penis again. If it's that black dude with the fucking schlong.
No. It is Ron and Tommy. Tommy just took a selfie and sent it to me. We're going to dedicate tonight's whole thing to these two, I think. I mean, we got to dedicate it every night to something. We might as well make it to these two. They have a big
work event.
Well, yeah, they have a big work event.
Two of the 4 best truck drivers I know.
2 of the 4 best truck drivers you know.
2 are
he
here.
is.
Yep. I will say that. I will say that wholeheartedly.
And then there's Ron. Oh no, I love Ron, dude. I love that's Dad. That's Dad. So I'm gonna go ahead and text him back. He says my 1 drink to Ron's 5. He says.
Well, yeah. I'm
gonna report it back to him that we're dedicating tonight's podcast to him, and he's gonna have to listen to it on the way back. You're gonna have to get this posted before they head back so they can listen to it together.
When do they head back?
Monday, Tuesday.
So
we got a little bit of time.
This will be the first one you post.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make this one the first one.
Dedicate it to Tommy T and Big Daddy Ron.
Yeah, man. We love you guys. Good luck. Good luck. I think
have fun down there. Not too much fun.
It's the practice run, but they treat it like an actual competition.
What did Tommy T win in?
Straight truck.
Thing that Ty won in last year.
And the year before. Actually, I was the 4 years. I'm a 4-year champion.
No, you weren't.
No, 19, 20, 21, and 22.
You weren't in 20.
He counts
They didn't do the competition in 20.
Or 21. But I'm a glass half full kind of guy. So I'm a 4-year champion.
So basically nobody dethroned him in those years
Exactly.
where they didn't do the competition.
Right. I'm still a champion. I was the last winning guy.
Shut up.
Anyway.
We're
Yeah, here's the Ron, here's the Tommy T.
Ron.
Come on, guys. I think you can bring something home. I mean, at least something.
I think they both got it in to make national
I told
champions.
Tommy the other day, I said, remember, you don't have to take first. You just got to beat me. And he goes, Trigger said the same thing. He said Jeremy, but I'm podcasting here. He said Trigger said the same thing. And I'm like, I bet he did.
I did.
Jeremy just wanted you to lose to somebody.
No.
Dethrone
Nowhere
Ty.
once did I ever want Ty to lose. I don't want Tommy T to lose. I don't want Ron to lose. I want them both to freaking take national champions. I don't give a shit about the 4 Cs. I don't. I give a shit about the national title. I want them both to take it, and their preferred subject, whether it be 4-axle, 3-axle, straight truck, sleeper, whatever. I don't give a shit. I want them to take nationals.
That's where I would really shine is sleeper. Not running anything, just sleeping.
I was gonna say, yeah, drunk and passed out.
Yeah. Is there a drinking competition? Because I think I got this.
I thought that was every night.
No, just weekends.
He'd thrive in the sleeper with the lot lizards.
Yeah, okay.
Slurp, 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 slurp.
Hey, rinse that thing out, will you?
Snosberries taste
No,
like
we got
snosberries.
we have the new podcast mascot.
Yeah.
We have a podcast mascot. He's a stuffed chicken. We named him Choke. They're
Ty's sitting there holding a cock. and it's
yeah.
not
We named him
his.
Choke. He's choked the chicken. He's choked
So
the
I
chicken,
think he
and he's
went
got a
woke
huge
tonight.
pocket pussy. I'm going to take a picture of this and post it on their Instagram. I think I could probably bury that thing in there. Look at that. Why would
Dude.
they do that?
You wouldn't touch the back side.
Okay, touche. Why would they
Mind
do
you,
that?
it's only about 1.5 inches deep.
One pair of pants later.
All right. I'm going to apologize in advance for splashing ice in the microphone from drinking, but it is what it is.
You'll hear my
I
tops
talk
once
and
in
I
a while.
drink, so those are the things I do.
You need to feed your cirrhosis to the liver.
Well,
Just saying.
do I really have a liver left at this point? I don't drink that much. I don't drink on school nights. That's
I don't
my
know.
thing.
You do pee a lot, so that, well, I don't know.
Dude, I
Either
don't
way.
drink on school nights. So if I got to work tomorrow, I don't drink. And that rule has treated me pretty well to point. to
Okay,
date.
let's sit on that for a second.
Yeah.
If you don't have to work tomorrow, you don't
Let me
work.
okay, let me rephrase that. If I don't have to punch in tomorrow,
Okay,
I don't
okay.
There
drink.
we go.
Okay, just wanted some
That's
clarification.
a slightly different.
I knew where you were going.
Just
I
making
get
sure.
it. I get
Just
it.
wanted the clarification.
All right, what's the topic we're gonna hit, boys?
We're gonna hit on garage essentials for your home garage. Let's say you just got a new garage built, or you just bought a place with a garage, never had a garage before, or a pole barn,
Whatever the
sort
size of
stuff. Yep, whatever the size, whether it's a one-stall garage, hell, maybe even a freaking one of those pop-up, not pop-up, but one of those little
Aluminum.
steel carport things,
Yeah.
and you want to fix your own stuff.
I
What-
like to think of
what
mine as a
typical
garage and a
essentials
hall.
Just
Huh?
your basic essentials for in a shop.
Shop essentials.
You know, I don't know who wants to start this. I can start it. Doesn't matter.
Go
I
ahead.
mean, for any shop, if you're going to work on a car, you're going to want jack stands and a nice floor jack.
In
You
nice,
have
It doesn't have to be name brand. Harbor Freight Daytona is fine.
If you
wonderful,
don't have one, you're
wonderful
gonna end
jack.
up borrowing them.
a Daytona freaking floor jack from Harbor Freight. You know, you catch them on the right deal, the right coupon, whatever. Very affordable. They work freaking awesome. I know a lot of people downplay them and say they ain't crap. I have one. Works wonderful. Actually, I do believe Ty is kind of envious of my floor jack.
Yes, I have
surprised you haven't
two.
stolen
I
it
love
yet.
mine too, but mine are all steel. Yours is all steel too. Yeah.
Would you really trust an aluminum one?
No, not even a little.
What
I
about
mean,
plastic? Like GM had those roadside jacks in their vehicles for a while.
I don't remember them, but no way.
You remember those?
No.
GM had a big recall. They, as the included jack in some of their new vehicles, it was plastic with a bunch of extra ribbing for structure. And they replaced it because they were failing.
No shit.
I'll pass. I'll pass on that whole subject.
Garage essentials topic is the tools, the parts, the pieces inside your shop. You don't need a huge air compressor. Moody, you've got a 30 gallon. You've got A 60?
I've got a 60-gallon 2-stage compressor.
I've got a little
I think
itty
it's an
bitty guy
80.
down here on the floor.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you
no,
got an 80
no.
gallon.
That little bitty itty is in my basement.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
it's your house on wheels. He needed it for his house. That's right. I forgot about
Anyway,
that.
It's a lot more portable than
Ty
a
has
30-gallon
a-
cast iron.
Yeah.
Ty has a big Ingersoll Rand 80-gallon.
Monstrosity.
I think it maybe runs once a year.
No, he's got
It ran
air
today.
leaks. It
It ran
runs
today.
quite frequently. He doesn't use it for anything. It just leaks so much air.
I'll give you that one then.
No man, I got that
Say
thing. I
sure.
got that thing wrapped up nice.
Because I have yet to see a flashlight that runs off air. Because that's all he does is hold a fucking flashlight.
I had air compressors. I've watched a lot of people buy air compressors, and when I came to buy a new one, I'm like, nope, I'm only gonna buy one my entire life. You spend the money up front, so you don't have to do it again.
Yeah,
so I
as
bought
old
the
as you
80
are,
gallon,
you probably don't
80
have a very long
gallon.
life expectancy.
Yeah, I bought the 80 gallon Ingersoll Rand.
And with how little that thing runs, it's going to outlive
Oh,
him
yeah.
for sure.
Oh come on, every one of you fuckers has
Say
filled your tires. Here.
No, I have not filled tires here. I fill them in my own garage.
I think I've done it.
Well, I
I'm
don't
pretty
think
sure.
you have.
By the way, I have a low tire on my car.
Well, get the reel out.
Yep. Oh yeah. You
We'll
don't
be like
need a
Hendrix and
hose.
we'll
You
just
don't
leave
need a
everything
hose
laying
reel. You want a hose
yeah.
reel for said compressor,
Yes, but that's not.
It's
I
not
wouldn't
It's not
say
essential?
You can
dude.
you can
at some
line up
point
a
you-
hose and
yeah.
hang it on a hook, but
If you got the extra to splash out on it, get a reel.
and you know
Oh,
wait
man.
wait till Black Friday. TSC has them on sale every Black Friday.
Yep.
That's where I got mine. I think I paid $39 for it with a 75-foot hose on it.
The one that's in the ceiling. Oh, they're a miserable, heavy son of a
Oh,
bitch
yeah.
to mount. They're
Oh, yes.
miserable.
Very.
Oh
Oh, I
god.
know. I mounted mine by myself, I think.
I mounted
Yours
mine by
is
myself.
16 feet in the air.
Yeah.
This thing was a
Well,
fucking
hold
bitch.
on. To be fair, we did have scaffolding here for a while for all your lights.
But I did it off a ladder.
Whose fault is that? You could have done it with the scaffolding there.
Touche. I'm gonna sit here and finger the choke.
Jesus.
I'm getting
Anyway.
uncomfortable. I think.
Anyway.
I think I need to call a hotline.
Garage essentials. You know, you don't necessarily need air tools. You need an air compressor to air up a tire. Air up a
right.
tire on lawnmower or whatever. You don't necessarily need it to run power tools. Power tools are nice. Air tools, not necessarily just power tools, because you have battery power tools. Those are expensive. Those are not a necessity, but they are nice. But just your essentials, nice socket set. I didn't buy. My wife got me a nice small Stanley socket set off of Facebook Marketplace. Fairly cheap. Good little set. I carry it with me all the time. And the ratchets work nice, sockets are nice. I haven't broke any. And if you don't actually know, Stanley owns Mac Tools. Mac Tools is one of the big 3 tool manufacturers for mechanics.
Or the
But-
big 4.
Or the big
Cornwell's
4,
coming up, man.
Cornwell, yeah.
Yeah.
But Stanley makes a good tool. They're fairly cheap. You can buy them at a lot of different stores. If you're going with cheap screwdrivers, cheap sockets, just need something to get you by, Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight's impact sockets, they work wonderful. You can buy a whole set for $25 or $35. I assume they went up with
Depends on the coupon.
frickin' Ty's
Harbor Freight's always got a
president
coupon.
frickin' being in office.
With
but
Moody's president.
Oh, I didn't
Ties.
vote for it.
Oh,
anyway,
but he did.
You got the Biden flag.
you don't
flying.
need
all of our dead relatives that we were just talking about in the last podcast, they voted for him.
Yeah, they don't know they voted for him, but
Oh.
they voted for him.
How do you think your mom would feel after voting for Biden?
But back to sockets. Pittsburgh brand Harbor Freight impact sockets. Nice sockets, fairly cheap. They're way cheaper than a Snap-on set. A Snap-on set of impact sockets is $450.
That's where you lose me. I really want to be a Snap-on guy. I love it. I really want to be one. But the fact that you can buy the Icon brand or Pittsburgh brand socket set, exact same sizes,
$400
whatever,
cheaper.
you could buy 10 of them for the price of one Snap-on.
Yep.
Where Snap-on wins is they come to you.
Yep, and they let you make payments. That $450 socket set,
Well.
you can make payments weekly.
Now Harbor Freight does too. Interest free.
Okay.
Which is gonna put a little dent in it, but still not. It still doesn't have that name.
It doesn't have the name. It doesn't have the typical quality.
You as a
Do I
mechanic
want-
love being able to say, this set of tools I have is Snap-on.
Yep. And I also like that my ratchets still fail. My Snap-on ratchets, I break them. I abuse my shit because I use them every day.
You're not supposed to put all your weight into it.
Ty, the issue is he doesn't know how to use the tools.
Yeah, lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Just remember. You remember the last segment, leaving our legacy for our kids? I told you my legacy.
Broken ratchets.
I'm gonna fucking spit this out.
That's funny because normally you swallow.
Nope. Big no.
Anyway, garage essentials, screwdrivers. There is a quality difference between Snap-on, Harbor Freight, Mac.
You like that
and all
nice
stuff.
snug fit?
A good fit.
You want to
it's
spit on it
for-
a little bit before you...
Sure.
What's his name? This is what we do. This is where we're at with this.
Yep.
This is why we're doing
We're
it.
you
basically
said.
children.
Yes,
you said
we were
you
12-year-old fucking.
Like you said, you had a thing for strap-ons. I mean, Snap-on. So you like being pegged.
I mean, his son
So?
does have that swing in the basement.
No.
I don't know where that thing went, but I'm sure he's probably got it. He's probably got it in a shadow box
That might
with
be.
a lock, like emergency use only, break glass.
One
in
day he'll
emergency.
figure out what to use it for.
Ratchets, buy a decent ratchet because I'll tell you what, a lot of these lower grade, run-of-the-mill ratchets, they don't hold up.
Hold on.
I'll give you that
Wait a
because I got a Cobalt. As you're running it, if you're running it fast, for some damn reason it fucking goes in reverse.
Well, we're talking about ratchets for a second. What do you think of the Gear Wrench 120 tooth? I've been looking at maybe snagging a set of those.
122s?
Yeah. It's two 60-inch wheels offset a little bit.
Off air,
See,
we're
all
gonna talk. Off air, we're gonna talk about that as well. But go ahead on air.
I have a Gear Wrench, I do believe, 80 tooth,
That's plenty.
and I like it. It feels good. It works well. I don't have any problem with any Gear Wrench brand.
Any more than 80, I feel like the teeth are too small.
Well,
Well,
now Matco has 88 tooth.
Well, okay, same as 80.
I
though,
see
really.
90 tooth stuff out there all the time.
But then you also have 0 degree, which is run off
It's
of
like the third car I seen pull out of Myers with no lights on. Turn your
you have
fucking lights on.
the 0 degree ratchets, which a lot of companies, Snap-on, so on, so forth, have, that are run off of a Sprague clutch design. And I don't care for those. They call them their 0 degree ratchet. I don't care.
Okay, explain that for a layperson.
Sprague clutch design, it has pause that when you start to push it one direction, those clutches engage and catch traction and start to turn. Now, you don't have to move it very far for it to get its next bite. You don't have to wait for it to go to its next tooth, which they were talking 80 tooth, 88 tooth, 120 tooth. You don't have to wait for that tooth and that infamous click on a ratchet.
Okay.
You just have to move the ratchet just a little bit and go back against the actual clutch pause, and it engages and you push. You don't have to wait for that click and that engagement of teeth for them to engage and start to push.
Since we're sitting here, I can't not ask, what brand clutch brake is in those?
Spicer. They're Spicer clutch brakes.
Because I need quality clutch brakes if I'm wrenching. For context, please ad lib.
What?
Ty over there doesn't know how to freaking drive something with a goddamn shifter.
Oh,
He'd
come
rather
on.
sit on a shifter.
Well,
Sit on a shifter and put all his weight on the clutch pedal and snap the clutch brake.
I do not put all my weight on it. There's
Just,
no way,
you know,
dude.
75%.
There's no way.
That's
Which is
still
a-
300 pounds.
I Dude, I don't know what I'm up to right now.
Eesh. Well, I can hear that thing groaning from over here.
There's a fucking weight capacity on those chairs, buddy.
Pot, meat kettle, a blacker kettle. Oh yeah.
Hold on, wait.
Yeah. In this group, I feel like I'm winning.
But
Even drinking.
behind the scenes, I saw you down a ton of chips and dip, and then you went over and dug into pizza.
Tonight.
Don't judge me, you liberal fuck.
No. If I was a liberal fuck, I'd be saying, it doesn't matter. Everybody's beautiful.
And his
You
hair
are.
blue.
I mean, seriously.
Stop
I haven't
it.
seen a set of tits that big in years.
Dude, speaking of which, last weekend, did we put that wiring kit on rounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Last weekend I went side by side.
Yeah.
I seen so many tits. And the
Was
first
it-
set were nice.
Was it
Great.
yours slapping you in the face over and over again?
No, but the second set we seen at the Eagles on 91, they were pretty good. I'm like, oh my God, those are great. Amy says, wow, those are fucking nice tits. And I'm like, yeah, they are. I got in trouble immediately. Immediately. What the fuck what? And I'm like, not as nice as yours. I'm sorry. And I'm standing there going, what the fuck just happened? I just seen tits and then I got in trouble. I don't know.
Hey,
Your
Jeremy,
old lady was just out here brushing fucking dog hair from the dog over at the old folks' home, and she was brushing it off her tits, and
You weren't looking or nothing.
I'm not going to say that I wasn't watching them jiggle.
She's got great tits.
She does.
Yes.
Jeremy.
And she's got the little nipples, like the little areola. Yeah.
Jeremy, he agreed with his wife, and he still got in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what that means?
Probably because I was air humping her from
You're
behind.
damned if you do, damned if you
that
don't.
didn't help.
And you can't please any fucking woman.
Anyways, back to shop essentials. Since the shop
The
is
shop
the place we
itself-
go to get away from women.
Really, dude. When I
Jack
built
stands,
this
just
thing-
not Harbor Freight.
When I built this thing, I don't know how many times I heard, "Are you going to live in here?" Finally, I answered, "Yes, yes, I am, but I'm still going to sleep in the house." Because everybody's like, "Dude," because I built that bar upstairs. It's a big bar. It's not big, but it's for a home bar. That's
The
pretty
big room. It's a big room. The bar is only like 10 feet.
Well, the whole thing is really the bar. If you go into Applebee's, the whole thing's a bar, right? It's 1,200 square feet, 1,100 square feet. It's a big room for a bar. Anyway, I built that, and everybody's like, "Dude, are you gonna live in this thing?" Finally, I started answering yes, but I'm still gonna. Anyway, shop essentials. You don't need a bar. It helps.
No, it doesn't help because you guys are freaking drunk and I end up fixing this shit.
Well, we
Okay.
play a lot of darts and pool and air hockey and
When we're not
what else we got
fixing
up there? Skee ball. Anyway, go ahead.
Little sidetrack. It's not a big benefit, but if you can buy a used fridge, I'd say do it. For like your grocery shopping, you can dump all that in there. Keep your beer in there, case of water. In Ty's case, all of his cases of Bud Light are in his fridge.
Juice boxes and Bud Light, yeah.
But a garage fridge, if you can get an inexpensive used one on Marketplace or something, it's nice to have.
It is the shit.
Like, I just got back from Costco this morning, and most of that cold stuff goes straight into the garage fridge. I don't clog up the house fridge until I need it. It goes in there. I'll deal with it later.
I feel like we had a drinking moment. We have a drinking rule where if somebody revs their engine or honks, we drink. And I feel like we got a moment coming on. This kid is
Wait for
hauling
it.
ass, dude. He just fucking screamed around that corner.
I don't think that counts.
Less than impressive. I'm not going to drink on that one. Okay, sorry. Bad idea.
Sounds like a Buick Rainier.
No.
No, I didn't hear, I'm gay.
Anyway, garage essentials. Cabinets. Every garage has to have some cabinets.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, find somebody who's remodeling a house. Get somebody's old freaking kitchen cabinets put in there. Go to Menards, buy some butcher block top, or Find a bowling alley that's getting destroyed. See if you can get some bowling alleys out of it.
Super tough stuff.
The lanes, they're 4-inch thick freaking hardwood.
I think
stuff
people
like that.
underestimate hardwood.
Do some repurposing of some stuff. You don't have to buy brand new shit. I know Ty put brand new cabinets in here and all matching sets.
I'm proud of my garage.
But again,
I will admit,
his garage down the hill didn't have shit in it. It had all freaking, I guess it had some freaking cabinets, but they were all mismatched if I'm not mistaken.
he ended up with them, and then he sold them to Wes.
Okay.
No, they were nice.
They were.
They were nice.
My pole barn at home-
cabinets.
But I built my own workbench, and I needed that more than I needed those cabinets.
You didn't build your own. You overbuilt your fucking workbench. Dude, the thing was basically built out of 6x6. It was
It was 4x4s.
Well,
It
if he
was
wanted his
heavier
boyfriend to
than
be able to lift him up and set him on it, while he
was
was getting
heavier. Hold
on.
while he was getting a fucking rim
Hold
job.
on. Before you give me too much shit, when
Like
we
Tori.
did drywall, we were able to easily both stand on that bench, and I'm not a small guy.
It wouldn't flex. Ain't no way, dude. He might as well stood the.
Ain't
2x
nothing
on
at that
there.
house flexing.
The floors too.
Well, maybe the floor. Anyway, garage
The bed
essentials.
does. The couch does.
My garage, my pole barn, whatever, has 1940s Montgomery Ward steel kitchen cabinets in it that I got on Marketplace out of Belding. Best thing I ever bought. I used some in the house for a canning kitchen for the wife. I used the excess in my freaking pole barn. Wonderful. You always need storage. You need someplace to put your excess oil, your cleaning products. I mean, Ty needs to have like a 20-foot freaking cabinet for all his cleaning products because that's all he wants to do is detail cars
It's
and
dark out
clean and everything else. But
Lean in. Tommy T needs a photo. It's dark though.
Hold on. Wait.
Yeah, get in there. Hold on, let me restart it. Yeah, kick all the lights on. There you go.
Anyways.
A few moments later.
more garage essentials. You don't have to have high dollar stuff. You just have to have stuff that works. If you decide to start getting into doing more and more work, okay, if you got to go get specialty tools, rent them from a freaking parts place. They're fairly cheap to rent. If you start to use that tool more and more, okay, maybe it's in your best bet to go buy one, so you don't have to rent one every time.
Right.
Although on the other hand, is if you are using one all the time, it's better to wear the one you rent out, and they'll replace it for free. You don't have to replace yours.
So, go ahead.
Well, if you're going to buy power tools, save up a little bit. Don't buy the Harbor Freight Hercules brand.
Right.
Or Bauer or whatever.
Or Bauer.
Or battery
Buy
ones.
DeWalt, Milwaukee.
But, okay, I'm going to say you wait till Black Friday. That week of Black Friday, you buy Milwaukee on Black Friday.
The week
Home
before.
Depot.
The week before, I got better deals on Milwaukee stuff from Home Depot than I did on Black Friday. That's where we got all our kits.
Yeah.
When we got them all, it was the week prior to Black Friday. Now, if you're going to buy,
you guys work on this, I'm going to go pee.
if you're going to buy air tools, to be honest, Ingersoll Rand makes the best air tools. Hands down, that's all I buy is Ingersoll Rand air tools. To be honest, you can get them off Amazon. A lot cheaper. You can get them off Tool Truck, out of a store, so on and so forth. I use Ingersoll Rand titanium impacts. I have a 3/8, a 1/2 inch, and a 3/4. And I have multiples of each just because I enjoy them. They work well. They're easy to repair if you do break them, which IR also carries one of the longest warranties in the industry on air power tools.
Which
is they have a 2-year warranty on their air tools. Most of your big brands, Snap-on, Mac, Matco, Cornwell, they carry a 1 year. Most of your box stores, Home Depot, Lowe's, all that shit, their air tools carry a 1-year warranty. And a lot of the time they don't operate as well. They don't hit as hard. They don't have as much reverse torque, as much tightening torque. But I can get a IR 20, what what is it? 2135 QTI Max half-inch titanium impact off Amazon for like $189. Best investment I freaking make. It's better than buying a Chicago pneumatic, Campbell Hausfeld, that stuff. They don't hit. They only get like 200 foot-pounds. This is where your IR straight out of the box is like around 600. That's 400 foot-pounds more hitting power, and you're still going to spend right around the same price. So do some research. IR you're going to find is going to be your best bang for your buck.
My favorite die grinder is the Ingersoll Rand Cyclone. It's like their industrial line.
Yep.
It's a die grinder. The thing is like $450 used. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and they're like a freaking half horse. They're a half horse freaking air motor.
For a tiny little die grinder. Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. That thing is unstoppable.
I enjoy my IR air tools. They're top of the line. Great.
So which of your air impacts would you call your purse?
What I call my what?
Purse. When you want to hit it with your purse, which air impact do you grab?
I got a hammer I call the purse.
I grab my half-inch 2135 IR QTI Max.
It kind of bugs me that you know the part number.
Why?
It's weird.
Yeah.
My
It's
3/4
weird,
drive
dude.
is a
What's the serial number on the
2145.
engine on your car?
the serial
'Cause
number
if
on what?
By those
On the
by those
Mustang.
things, you should know it
The serial number on what?
on your car, on
The
the
Mustang.
and the engine block in your car.
No idea.
The Mustang.
Really? Because
What about the Mustang? You know that one?
No.
666. Garage Essentials, air tools. Yes, I agree with you 100%.
Wrenches.
Moody,
Go buy
Moody-
some cheap paper towels. You always need paper towels in there.
Always.
That's not really.
It's
It is
a-
Garage Essentials, but it's
Wrenches, punches. We'll say Menards. Menards sells Wild Brand. WILDE.
yep.
Brand punches. Okay, they are
Somebody's
made
selling fireworks tonight.
by Mayhew. Mayhew is a damn good manufacturer of strike-through pry bars, which we'll talk about here in a minute, or I'll talk about right now. Mayhew strike-through pry bars are great. Cheap, very, very cost-effective. Punches, this Wild Brand that Menard sells, are the same as Mayhew, manufactured by Mayhew. Great punches for the money. You're going to spend, if you buy that punch set from Menards, you're going to spend $22 for a 6-piece punch set.
That's
Fairly
cheap.
long taper punch. Okay, that same set off Snap-on truck is $300.
Well, now you just talked me right into it. Where?
Menards. I have a set at home.
I go there in the morning. You wanna go?
I actually take them.
Kinda, yeah. Now I do.
I take them at work. I take them to work. I have 2 or 3 sets at work. I have sets at home. I won't buy punches off of a tool truck because they're too ungodly, stupid, expensive
For the same thing.
for the same crap.
Wow.
We were talking about the pry bars. You know, Snap-on's pry bars are $235, $285. Depends on the kit you get, set you get, whatever. Mayhew makes a very good strike-through pry bar. I have yet to break them. I've bent them. I bend everything, just whatever. But I have yet to
Stop
break
sitting
one.
on them.
And, yeah. Anyway, hammers. You don't need to buy a name brand hammer. Just buy hammers.
It's a hammer. Just grab a
Right.
Grab a
And-
framing hammer. It doesn't even have to be a dead blow. If you just need a hammer, a framing hammer will work.
Right around that corner.
I'd buy
I
a
got a
friggin'
12-pound sledgehammer, big hog.
Sledges
And then
are
I got
great.
my purse. My purse is, I think my purse is upstairs, which is like a 3-pound one hand, big old dog.
And see,
got
I
my
have a-
hit it with
well-
your purse. You know, I wrote the purse right on it.
If you had strength, that 12-pound would be a one-hand sledge too.
I have a wide variety of hammers. I have a short-handled 8-pound one-hand freaking hammer.
Got a one-eyed purple.
And then I have one-eyed purple yogurt slinger. Yes, I do.
That's not really a hammer, though.
Oh, yes, it is.
That's
It'll
more
give
of
you a fucking
marshmallow.
mushroom stamp.
That's one of those.
It'll give you a
jewelry
mushroom
hammers.
stamp, buddy. Anyway, my go-to hammer, I have a 4-pound mini sledge. that I don't know how many handles I've fucking went through that I just broke them off. But in our shop at work, and everybody knows, if you need something hit with a hammer, they come find me. They hit it and hit it and hit it and can't do it. They come find me and I hit it. I don't know what it is about the way I swing or whatever, but they all tell me they've never seen somebody swing a hammer like me, because every time I hit something, it comes loose. They can sit there and pound on it, and it doesn't.
We're going to count
a good
that.
ball peen.
I'm going to count that. We're drinking for that. Give me a minute.
Do you break so many handles because you're swinging it wrong and hitting the handle?
No. Nope. I think it's because I'm hitting them and just like breaking the fucking handle. Nope. Very rarely do I miss. Very rarely do I miss what I'm swinging at with a hammer.
I'm still not going to hold a punch for you.
I was going to say.
Everybody else in the shop will hold a punch with both hands and not flinch when I swing a hammer.
They don't know you as well as we do.
I've watched you shoot.
And whatever, very well. But anyway,
oh, come on, this is what we do. We give each other shit. We have fun.
It is what it is.
Go ahead.
Well, we have fun. He's not having fun right now.
Amazon, you can get set of 5 or 6 ball peen hammers for $38. Nice set of hammers, fiberglass handle, little rubber grip on them. They work well. You don't need to buy expensive hammers. Dead blows I hate. I hate dead blows. I bought one. I actually spent some money and bought one off Snap-on truck. It cost me $160 for that dead blow.
That's how I ended up with Amy.
Hammer.
Was a dead blow, and then I went to Amy and fell in love.
What was it, Ted Bundy?
Oh, come on. That was a little funny. Go ahead.
Ted Bundy was the one that liked necrophilia, right?
Hey, you know what the definition of necrophilia is? The uncontrollable urge to crack open a cold one as I drink this.
And the ice is
Hold on. John Wayne Gacy liked him that way, too.
Well, he liked the kitty ones.
He liked them kitties, but he's okay with them dead.
Oh, okay.
No. You had me at necrophilia, you lost me at kitties.
But you're the one over there with a fucking toy cock. I mean, chicken.
This is.
You were figuring that earlier.
You know, technically, we can't even call that a stuffed chicken. Especially if he's been fucking it. It's still not stuffed.
I'm going to diddle my thumb in this.
Jesus Christ.
What do we name him? Choke. His name's Choke. He's Choke the Chicken. He's our...
As he's swinging it around
on my thumb. Look at...
That's a spinner, buddy.
Hey,
Choke the Chicken
is
our podcast mascot.
Anyway, back to Garage Essentials.
It'd be a lot cooler if he dressed like Captain Morgan.
Be a lot cooler if
every garage has to have a mascot.
Yeah.
Ty's is
Bud Light
Choke
signs.
the Chicken.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Bud Light signs.
No, Choke the Chicken.
And
his
Dylan
name's
Mulvaney.
Choke. He's a chicken. His name is Choke. He's Choke the Chicken.
Anyway, I do like that Dylan Mulvaney poster you got.
I thought that was CJ.
Oh, the one that you got posted?
Yeah, that picture.
Anyway, wrenches.
We were on hammers, now we're on to...
Wrenches. Don't buy cheap-ass wrenches. I'm sorry. Do not buy cheap-ass wrenches.
Agreed.
Spend some decent money. To be honest, your best bang for your buck would be a Gear Wrench brand wrench. They work well. They're fairly cheap. They're still a lifetime warranty. They're still a lifetime warranty with Gear Wrench.
Yes.
Gear Wrench is also made by Matco or owned by Matco.
We, that parking lot sale at Napa on Patterson...
Yep.
I bought a huge set for cheap as fuck, and I bought a lot. I bought that toolbox, the gear wrench set that's in it, the screwdriver set that's on it, the jack that's under the bench over there, the blue one, the Napa one. I called you. You went down there and bought a bunch of shit. I probably spent $400 or $500.
I bought a thing of those screwdrivers. I bought a thing of the gear wrenches.
Yeah,
actually, I bought
that's a
two
good
things
deal.
of the gear wrenches. I bought a battery pack speaker thing and some other stuff. But since I have added to my gear wrenches, actually I just bought a new set on Prime Days. They had Prime Days last week.
I didn't even see any gear wrench on there. I didn't even look.
I looked it up. I searched it out, and I looked at my my wish list and went and found it. I got a 16-piece metric gear wrench ratcheting wrench set.
Okay.
Okay, metric. I have the standard one that I bought years ago.
To throw in the truck or?
Nope, to go to work. To go in my freaking tool cart at work.
You should probably put a set under the hood of your truck.
I got the set that I got in Napa. But I had a
that's like a 32-piece
gear wrench.
That's a hog set, man.
Gear wrench, ratcheting boxed end, ratcheting open end one that I bought years ago. Gear wrench brand. They don't even make them anymore. I utterly hate them.
Why?
Because the open end is useless. Because it always slips. It doesn't matter. Because of that ratcheting piece in there, it's got a little freaking pin that goes back and forth.
Yeah.
Absolutely hate them. So I put them in my freaking cart or my toolbox, and I bought this big 16-piece set, metric set. That's a standard open end wrench with a gear wrench, ratcheting wrench end, and I got them for $65 off. I paid $80
Do you think the
for
microphones
them.
are picking up the fireworks?
I don't know, but
Yeah, there's a lot of noise.
Really?
I bought
the
those
neighbor's
gear
got a
wrenches.
birthday party or something going on, dude.
They were like $65 off.
Okay, that is loud.
$65 off original price.
Original price on Amazon. I paid I think $83 shipped to my door for a 16-piece wrench set. That has a lifetime warranty. They work wonderful, and it's a big set.
If I break a gear wrench, you have a gear wrench truck come to shop, right?
No.
What do you?
Dave Hawkins was our gear wrench truck guy, whatever.
Where do we turn him in
He has since died.
Holy shit!
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes, he died of cancer 3 years ago now.
Fuck. Okay.
But now, gear wrench, put them in the mail, whatever, send them into gear wrench. They'll warranty them, send them back. It's kind of like what I have to do with Mac, because we can't get a Mac guy.
No, you can't get anybody except Snap-on in there.
No.
Do you have anybody more than Snap-on?
No. We have a Snap-on guy, that's it.
I've tried, dude. I know some of the Matco people, the regional rep and your local driver. He goes less than a quarter mile away from you, your shop. I know where your shop is. Maybe a little too well. Clutch brakes. I tried like hell to get him to go to your shop. They say he cannot.
Jeremy,
And I'm like, give me a break. It's a honey hole.
Jeremy, did he say lunch breaks or clutch breaks?
He likes lunch breaks, as long as it's
Clearly.
lunch meat. Sausage mainly.
I will tell you, dude, I actually ran 6 miles an hour for 10 fucking minutes today. I don't want to hear it.
Why?
Why?
Video.
Huh?
Video, or it didn't happen.
Hold on.
Okay, I will.
Wait, he said he ran 6 miles an hour.
No.
That's what I'm thinking. Therefore,
it was
if you
a
have video
treadmill.
of that, I don't want to see that.
It was stagnant because it was a treadmill, but
Hold on.
You're old. It's going to be stagnant.
Was the treadmill at 6 miles an hour, but you were just standing with your foot on the
on the
sideboards?
sides, no.
There you go.
No. Legit. Boy, did I pay for it. I'm probably going to pay for it tomorrow. But today, yeah, for like 10, yeah, right around 10 minutes, I think it was. I'm probably going to pay for that for all fucking week. Anyway,
So what do we
Garage
need to hit
Essentials.
about?
Back to Garage Essentials. I haven't had one. You need a hot car in your garage. Every man, woman, whatever
Car or
the other
truck.
32 flavors of people are, because there's so many fucking flavors. I
No,
don't know
there's
anymore.
not. There's men and there's women.
There's weenies and no weenies.
Well, then you're fucking woke.
Okay, hot car or truck. Something you like. You want to ranch on.
I get it. You got to have some toy. You have motorcycle,
And a blow-up doll.
hot car.
We're talking about the garage.
Moody
not the house.
has a really nice motorcycle. He has a really nice car. What other toys you got? You need
A
the
blow-up
tools to work on those things. You have
Don't
everything you
fucking
need.
Remind me, I still have to do that dimmer
Snowmobile.
switch. I still have to do that dimmer switch tomorrow.
You still have a snowmobile?
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
Moo's got 2 snowmobile sleds.
2 sleds.
Where we live in the middle of Michigan, we're way up north. We get a ton of snow, and I still refuse to buy a a snowmobile. But that being said,
They are a riot.
I know, and I won't take that away from them. But the very limited little bit of use that people get out of snowmobiles, you have to drive up to the UP to use them. Anyway,
Cadillac.
but you got lawnmowers, you got...
I got the same. I have the same generalized motorized stuff that people have if they've been at a place for a little bit.
Yeah. You've
mower.
got hot car, mud truck. You've got a plethora of motorcycles and frames.
Frames, just frames.
No, I don't. My son does.
Scooters. No. Okay. So let me. You got a Mustang. You got a bunch of Ford trucks. You got a mud truck, and you got some badass fucking scooters. The scooters are where it's at. Lose all that
You have
shit.
one
Keep the
scooter that I
scooters.
know of.
Okay.
My boy has that Italian
Vespa.
green.
The only one that matters
pedal
is the
ped.
Buddy 50.
That pedal ped.
Oh.
Oh, he does, yeah. That is kind of neat. That's neat as shit. You got the tools. You got the essentials to fix that stuff.
Yep.
He's got a set because you bought it for him.
Yep. And
Christmas
that's,
or whatever
I
it
guess
was.
that's another thing right there. Okay. Black Friday. Black Friday Lowe's has a set. It's like a 246 or 249 piece set with wrenches, sockets, screwdrivers, whatever. And it's Husky brand.
Week by week,
Cobalt.
those big box store sets change. It'll be a 241. It'll be a 242,
Yep.
243, 243.
And you know, I'm on his butt about keeping track of them
Yes.
and keeping the set whole. And he goes to junkyards, or he was going to junkyards there for a while, and he would take that set with him, and that's what he would use in the junkyard. That's what he uses at home, unless he wants to use my tools. And
We
then
need a
he leaves
boys'
them out.
day at the junkyards. One
But-
junkyard. Let's pick one.
If you need a
We're
basic
gonna
set
have
of
to-
tools, go buy just a small 250 piece, somewhere around 250 piece starter set from Lowe's, Home Depot,
Harbor Freight.
somewhere.
Wherever, dude. Yeah. Well,
And most of them are gonna generally
set.
do what you
the
want to
Harbor
do.
Freight set, the wrenches, I've noticed, if you so much as turn this loose bolt right here,
They spread out.
oh, dude, they're horrible. Exactly. They spread right out.
That's why I was saying about Gear Wrench. Gear Wrench brand makes a damn good wrench.
You might pay a little more for it, but you're not going to pay Matco, Mac,
Snap-on, Cornwell.
Cornwell prices
You know-
for it.
Crescent brand's been around for years. I bought my dad here a few years back. They had these wrench sets on clearance at Menards. Crescent brand wrench set. It was like a 22-piece wrench set. Went from 1/4 inch to like 1.5 inches. And they were like $39 on clearance. And I bought him a set. And I liked it. I gave it to him, whatever, because I have lost his tools over the years. I've bought him replacement sets and everything
Dude,
over
I'm
the
gonna
years
go.
to
I'm gonna go ahead and
replenish.
agree with you that you probably lost a fuck ton of your dad's tools.
Well, I did.
A lot of 10
Dude,
millimeters.
I have agreed to it.
There's like a layer
No.
of sand over the yard with grass growing over it, but underneath it's all metal. All right, let's do this. Let's switch gears so we all get equal time here. Let's starting with Moody. Essential shop stuff, whatever it is. Essential shop stuff that we haven't covered yet. Look behind you. Pick something.
I mean,
Tell us what we need.
obviously
Tell
we're
us
gonna
what
have to go
Joe. Tell us what Joe fucking Blow needs.
some sort of shop vac. It comes in handy for so much
All
stuff.
right. All right.
I was just say I was actually thinking that. I can't disagree with that. It doesn't even have to be a big shop vac, a small shop
I
vac.
use that little Milwaukee portable, like 2-gallon one.
Okay.
You can buy a stainless steel Stanley one at Walmart for like $39, and it's a good little shop vac. It's just whatever.
I got
inch
more
and
than
a
that in
quarter
fucking
hose.
beer cans laying around here just from Moody.
Yeah, but that is a good shop essential. It's
It comes in handy for a lot of stuff.
very much so.
Yeah, 100%.
Fishing lines through Ty's conduit.
Oh, dude. Yeah. let's elaborate on that for a minute, for just a quick second.
It's
if
your
you
pole
got a
barn.
huge pipe that you need to pull lines through, tie a plastic bag to the line, stick it in the hole, have your jabroni buddy at the other end with a shop vac.
Seal it around the other
Dude,
side of the pipe.
it gets to the other end of that pipe in record time.
What
I
si-
thought it would just like slowly do.
What
No,
size
it
pipe
was
was that?
bam.
What size pipe did you
6
have?
inch.
I did that with a 1.5 inch or 1.25 inch conduit, and it got caught at every joint along the way. So I had to pull it back and get a running start for each and every joint.
Okay. Here's another one. Go with a shop vac and not for pulling wires. This is a different use.
Blowjobs?
Nope. No. Everybody knows.
I'd like to hear about that though. Let's elaborate.
Everybody knows.
Well, you
about
got to taper it down a lot.
Well, in my case,
We bought a tractor years ago at an auction for the farm I help out at. Big Cat Challenger, 8-wheel freaking
Holy
monster
shit.
tractor. And every year we've had fuel problems. It loses power. We shut it off for a bit. Starts up, has lots of power, then it loses power.
it's got a
It's plugging fuel filters
what?
with silage. This was a silage pushing. You know the silage piles that you see at big farms?
Yes.
Oh, we assumed that somebody forgot to put the fuel cap on it and was pushing silage, and some got into the fucking neck and got into the tank. And it's picking up the silage and sucking it through the fuel system.
Gets full,
and it
filtered
plugs
out.
the fuel filters, and we lose power, we lose fuel supply. So what we did is, this tractor stopped. It quit running. Well, time to figure this out. We pulled the fuel filter off, and here's a big chunk of silage in the freaking fuel filter.
Basically powder.
And we're like, oh, this is a problem. This is a big problem.
How much is in this motherfucker?
So, what we did is we took the fuel cap off. We took the shop vac,
Pull the vacuum.
and we shoved it just in the lid, shoved a bunch of fucking rags and towels around it, turned that shop vac on and created a vacuum, pulled the drain plug out of the bottom of the fuel tank. Mind you, this had 400 gallons of fuel in this fuel tank.
Oh, God.
And we was able, out of this
That's a
1-inch
big
drain
fucking
plug,
tank, bro.
out of this 1-inch drain plug in this fuel tank, we was able to reach in with a coat hanger and pull stuff out with the plug out. 400 gallons of fuel in there with just the shop vac.
It pulls the
Silage
vacuum.
abortion.
Yep, yeah, pretty much. And we were literally pulling a vacuum on the tank, keeping the freaking, and it had enough power to keep 400 gallons of fuel in a fuel tank.
Don't do it with gasoline. Don't do it with gas.
Yes, that probably wouldn't be a wise decision. But I have one for a cooling system. So I can pull a vacuum on a cooling system and pull the block heater out of a semi-truck engine, a big diesel engine. I can pull the block heater out of it, not lose any coolant, and shove a new block heater in, bolt it in, and take the vacuum off it. I don't have to drain coolant to do it. I can do it changing some coolant lines on trucks. I have one, like I said, pulls vacuum on.
I've seen it done
it's,
before for a oil drain plug.
Yeah. Yep.
Pull a vacuum.
But
pull off.
with an oil drain plug, you also have to find the crankcase vent, because most engines have a crankcase vent because that prevents crankcase pressure. It allows that. So you plug the crankcase vent, put it on an oil fill, create a vacuum. You pull the plug out, change the plug real quick. You lose a drop of oil maybe. But with that being said, make sure you always unplug the crankcase vent, because if not, that's when you start blowing gaskets out, blowing seals out, and you get your oil leaks. Been there, done that. I had a guy change a valve cover gasket on a big ISX one time, and he, when he did something, he changed the fuel filter. That's what he was doing. And he pushed the crankcase vent out of the way while he kinked it over. Changed the fuel filter, changed the oil, everything, did the PM, drove it back to the customer, came back next day with an oil leak. Valve cover gasket was blown out. Changed valve cover gasket, put it back in, sent it back to the customer. Customer brought it back next day with an oil leak. Got to the bottom of it, it's building so much crankcase pressure, it was blowing the valve cover gasket out, because when he changed the fuel filter, he pushed the crankcase vent out of the way, it kinked it over, couldn't vent the crankcase, unfold that, replace the gasket again,
Pressure's
clean
gotta
it
go
over,
somewhere.
the pressure goes out the crankcase vent now, it's not blowing out valve cover gaskets anymore. Problem solved.
We worked in Lansing?
Yes.
We were on a circle. Where were we on the Shop Essential circle?
We were talking about vacuums Moody was talking about a shop vac.
Shop back, and then you went.
I was just giving more insight about things that you can use a shop vac for besides vacuuming freaking floor mats out on a car.
Then it's your turn.
Me? I don't even know. You got to have some good lighting.
LEDs are nice and cheep nowadays.
You stole mine. I don't mean mine. I'm the flashlight guy.
I don't mean overhead lighting.
Flashlight guy?
Under hood lighting, under chassis lighting. If you're working under something, you got to have some good, and I'd say magnetic lights, some sort of a pod light, just something that's movable and you can point in the direction, because we don't always have tie to hold flashlights wrong.
Those
Touché.
Those Flexi Harbor Freight lights, like I used one earlier, those are pretty nifty.
Those wand type
brawn
light things?
ones.
Okay.
The fucking brawn ones are the shit.
The Coast ones, you sent me a picture of at Menards. I ran out and I bought two of them because those are great lights.
Well, when we first bought the first set, they were $15, and then they went on super clearance for like $5 a piece. You can't run; they're crazy bright. They last forever. Anyway.
And see, at work, I have Snap-on these little pod lights. Use a USB-C charger on them.
That's awesome, because you paid 10 times more than we paid.
I paid $85 a piece for these lights.
I could have bought 8.5 of mine.
They have an 8-hour burn time.
17 of them. We could have bought 17 of our lights.
On the brightest setting, they're 600 lumens, and they have an 8-hour burn time on the brightest setting.
Ours are up there, dude. Ours are pretty. Well, anyway.
Yeah, just lighting. I don't just mean your overhead lighting, your under hood, under chassis, all that stuff. Lighting. Make sure you got some decent lighting, a decent drop light. If you got a corded drop light, get an LED, like bright. Don't get a natural light bulb put in it, but get a bright LED.
You can
bulb
put an LED bulb in an old style drop light.
Yeah.
I got a tote full of drop lights over there. I gave you one, and you put an LED in it, tried to give it back, and I'm like, no, bro, you keep it. I got a ton of them.
I just gave mine away. I just gave my corded drop light away this week to my apprentice. I was tired of it being in my freaking...
Right.
Even when it comes to overhead lighting, very seldom are you going to complain about too much light in a shop.
Correct. You're not going to complain about that. I just wanted to make it to where people don't go out and just spend money on overhead lighting. You know what? Spend some money on the wand lights. Whether those wand lights at Harbor Freight, or what'd you say they were?
Like 20. Bauer or something.
They're Bauer brand.
What are they, $10-12?
20. On sale, they're 20. I'm up to 5.
Okay. But they work well. You can point them in damn near every direction. They got a magnetic base. Don't they have a hook on the end of them too? You can
No, just a magnetic base.
The Coast ones have a hook on a loop on the bottom.
Yeah. Yep.
I have some. What are they? Fiat or Fiat? Not Fiat. Fiat. Fiet. Big magnetic freaking pod lights at home that my son uses when he's working on cars. I got them from Costco. They come in a 2-pack for like $40 at Costco. And you can actually charge a phone off them. They got a battery bank. You can charge a phone off them also.
I gave you a set of stereo ones.
Hey, I have those ones too.
Dude, you know what? Sit in a hot tub, that's the shit. Those things are great. They got a speaker in them, Bluetooth speaker.
But we're talking garage essentials, not hot tub essentials.
Well, I'm on hot tub now.
Slow your roll, buddy. Slow your roll.
You can take the chicken over there when we leave.
I mean, I could keep going on. I've pretty much stole this segment. So how about we go to you?
I'm going to go with storage. Big storage. Whether it be the 3-foot wide, 4-foot high, 5-foot high, 6-foot high Craftsman toolbox that every Joe Blow has in his subdivision house, or the cabinet set that I got. I got the New Age cabinet set from Costco, which is a huge set. you know what? For what I paid for them, I'm super happy with them.
And like I said
I
earlier
got
in the segment
storage
about
cabinets in that corner. I got them over here. I got them over there. I have a more
Somebody's always-
elaborate garage than half.
somebody's always remodeling a house. You can find somebody's old kitchen cabinets.
Yes. Yes,
And
kitchen
you
cabinets
can
are
get them
great.
you can get them for freaking cheap, and they hold stuff.
And they close the doors.
Exactly. They. And I thought when you were talking about storage, you were talking about toolboxes. You know,
I am.
To be honest,
I'm covering a lot of
tool-
bases in one shot.
toolboxes. Okay, then I'll let you finish. You go ahead.
No,
then.
go ahead.
No, you go. I'll fill in some.
You're the fucking Snap-on guy here. You got the most spent on Snap-on
I got the most spent on tools.
than everyone on this complete block.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Added together.
Snap-on toolboxes. Snap-on toolboxes are epic. I can say that because mine isn't epic.
It's
Yes,
basically
but-
a glorified U.S. General.
But they're
It's a U.S. General with a Snap-on
yeah,
sticker.
thanks. Okay. Snap-on toolboxes are great. Mac toolboxes, Matco toolboxes, Cornwell toolboxes, Craftsman toolboxes. They are good. If you want to spend money, buy a Snap-on. But just a reminder, all they do is store your tools. They
If you have an
the
exuberant
toolbox
amount
doesn't
of
make you
leftover
any money.
cash, buy Snap-on.
The toolbox does not make you money. It holds your tools that make your money.
I have the cheap, New Era brand from Costco cabinets. For what I paid for them and how much I've already used them, they've already paid for themselves.
Your tread plate looking toolbox is a Cobalt toolbox, isn't it? Or is it
No,
Husky?
it's a Sam. My stainless,
got
my
it.
all stainless is Sam's Club.
Oh, okay. I thought you
I
got that
had
from
one
Home Depot
smaller
or
than
something.
that, and I sold it and bought Mike Westendorp's. That's Mike Westendorp's toolbox.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Like I said, I thought you got that at Home Depot or something.
That is a Sam's Club.
Okay.
Amazing.
But,
You know
but
what?
either way,
that thing has been for what I paid for it, what he paid for it, I paid for it. What I paid for the first one was both Sam's Club.
but
Stainless
either way,
is the shit, dude,
you don't
'cause
need to
it doesn't
spend
go anywhere.
big dollars on tool storage. You just need to buy tool storage.
Yes.
You don't need to spend big money on it. Just buy it. Whether it be U.S. General,
If you're working as a mechanic all day long, constant open close. I mean, absolutely constant. Yes. Spend the money on the Snap-on, please.
No. I'm not even
Even
going to say
then.
that.
Really?
There's a
I
lot
am.
of... No.
You know why I am? Because
you
I want
wanna-
to be a fucking Snap-on
Exactly.
guy.
I'm not going to tell him to buy a Snap-on. I bought a Snap-on because I liked the color. I liked the design of the toolbox. I liked what the toolbox offered to me
They're a
for the
better
weight
box.
capacity. They are a better box, and they are a lifetime warranty. They're a Snap-on toolbox is a lifetime warranty. If I wheel it across there with 8,000 pounds worth of tools in that, and I roll it across the garage floor, and it
And the
freaking
bottom
bends,
falls out.
I call Snap-on, they bring me a new box. You can't do that with a U.S. General, a Craftsman, a Waterloo, a Husky, any of
Kennedy.
that. They're going to say, go buy another one, buddy.
Old timers love their Kennedys. There's going to be one over there Thursday.
I have a
It's
Kennedy.
like the old style fucking
Kennedys
Kennedy.
are more machinist toolboxes.
Yes.
My brother's a machinist. He has Kennedy toolboxes.
Of course he does. They're nothing. I'm sorry. I'll apologize in advance. I'm sorry. Kennedys are overrated. It is a fucking U.S. General.
I would disagree. The drawers roll so nice. Everything fits nice. They're damn near. Well, they used to be a machinist fit. I went to
that one
the
rolls like shit.
Now I'm trying to think of the freaking town in Ohio. They got a freaking
Lima?
nope. Back west of Lima. It starts with a W.
Waterloo?
No, that's Indiana.
Wimpy? You said Ohio. You know why all the trees in Michigan lean toward the south? Because Ohio sucks.
Yeah.
And I don't care who hears it. But we got to keep talking, otherwise this gets too boring.
Jesus Christ.
Tool storage. We're gonna stay on tool storage for a minute. Hide your shit. Lockers. I bought the lockers. I bought some of my cabinets. I got one right, the one that's wide open right there, and two of them over there. I bought from the RepoCast. They're just auction site lockers.
Be wary
Okay.
about RepoCast.
Van Wert, Ohio. That's Kennedy's manufacturing facility.
All right.
They also have a sales facility. I went over there when I lived in Ohio, and one of my roommates bought a big 54-inch Kennedy toolbox. Snap-on version. Or not Snap-on version, mechanics version. It was a red. It
Snap-on
wasn't the brown machinist-style
the fucking
toolbox.
Kennedy shit brown.
I have one of those, but I went through their manufacturing facility when we went and got that, because I was the only one at the time that had a truck. We went over, we loaded it in my truck, whatever. It's a beautiful box, nicely built, good thickness steel, comparable to Snap-on.
Really? Okay.
And my brother has a Kennedy. My grandfather had a Kennedy.
I think
my dad has a
I still
Kennedy.
think they're overrated.
I'm not going to say they're not overrated, but they are a very nice toolbox. But again, a toolbox stores your tools that you make your money with, if you're doing it for a living. In your home garage, it stores your tools from being on the floor.
Okay.
Do you have to have a $10,000 toolbox, a $50,000 toolbox, whatever? No. The what's the new brand from Harbor Freight?
Icon.
There you go. Those are very nice. They are very nice toolboxes.
But
they DeWalt makes a nice steel toolbox, roll cabinet toolbox.
Well,
Does DeWalt
So
make
does
anything
Ryobi.
nice?
Milwaukee, they put their badge on them. I don't know who the heck makes the Milwaukee ones, the DeWalt ones. I can tell you the Craftsman ones are made by Waterloo.
we're on Garage Essentials tonight. I'm going to tell you, you need some storage.
Yes.
Whether it be the lockers, the cabinets, the
Shelving.
toolboxes, the whatever
Shelving.
your brand is divulged from your needs and your usage.
And your
Okay.
budget.
Now I'm gonna turn it over to Moody for his next Garage
God.
Essential. What do you want? Look in my shop. Look around.
Dude, I'm all
what do you
about
want?
power tools.
You're
they're
all
not-
about power tools and sex
Food.
dolls.
And food.
And food.
Oh, food sounds good right now.
Is there any pizza left?
Yes.
TV. We need a TV. What else do we need?
You don't need a
Stereo.
TV.
I'm
No,
stereo.
need a
No,
TV.
you don't
you-
need a TV.
did you-
you need a stereo.
You need a stereo.
TV is nice.
Mine might be a little much.
So, okay, there was the one day I was rewiring the speakers in the Camaro, and you know how useless it is trying to look up information on most sources. I found a site that had the wire colors for what I needed for the speakers, and I put that information and I zoomed in on it up on the TV in my garage.
Right. So all you had to do is look out.
So, like when I was doing the speakers and the B pillars, I was leaning back already just so I could access the speakers, and I could look out the back hatch and look at the TV to figure out what wire color I need to go where on the new speakers.
Brown 1, brown 2, brown 3, brown 4.
But it's handy for stuff like that. I used to have a computer out there, a crappy underpowered computer I had in the garage connected
like
to
HP?
the TV.
In
Well, hold on. I had a computer connected to the TV, and that had the software for our V-dubs, and it had the software for the tuner in the truck. So I could plug into that if I needed to change something. But it would be on the TV, nice, big, easy to see.
did it across the top? Did it say 305 is bigger than 302?
No, it just said 3 cubes matters.
Well, in lieu of the whole podcast, we have to keep this up, right? We're gonna give each other shit.
Well, hold on. What's the popular saying? There's no replacement for displacement.
Amen.
I'll give you that one. But also,
I mean, he's got you by 3 cubic fucking inches. That's
there's-
like this times 3.
you have to take that to consider the source because no, there is no replacement for displacement. But your car's displacement, like the air out of the cabin when you're sitting in it, makes up for the displacement under the hood, buddy.
Your displacement makes up for that displacement.
So
you're saying I only take up 3 cubes?
Oh, that's pretty nice.
like
such a
yard,
nice
3
person.
cubic
That's
yards,
nice.
not
That's
cubic
so
inches, 3
nice.
cubic yards.
Even Choke says that's funny.
Well, if you'd stop fingering it.
Well, I can't. I fucking can't.
Boys, you ready to take a break? Or do you want to...
Oh, well.
Jeremy
is it,
got
well,
something else?
Let me do another one real quick.
All right.
To be honest, you know, we've touched on jacks. Just
Space.
a little bit.
Aces.
A decent floor jack.
when you're done, I got another one now. Now I do. Now I got another one.
I like my floor jack, but I could afford my floor jack. It isn't that expensive. I waited until there was a $25 or 25% off coupon, whatever, when I bought mine from Harbor Freight. It's a great floor jack, but I'm not saying you have to buy that floor jack. If you're not doing a lot with a floor jack, they used to sell $20 freaking floor jacks at Walmart that would get your car or vehicle in the air enough to where you get a jack stand under it. That's all you got to do. You got to have a lifting ability to be able to get under it. Because, not going to lie, there's not a single one sitting around these microphones that is very skinny. And it takes a lot for us to get underneath the vehicle.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, you hold the flashlight from standing position all the time.
I got to lift.
But again, I don't have a lift. I have a jack.
If you don't have the benefit
And I
of a lift,
100% agree with you. There's not very many. I don't feel like there's very many floor jack manufacturers out there. Somebody made that Dayton. Somebody made my Napa. Somebody made my Allied. Somebody made your
Harbor Freight,
Dayton.
Pittsburgh, I think.
Whatever. Somebody else made it.
Yes, and they put their badge on it. They outsourced somebody to make this jack for them to put their name on it. So brand specific, no. I just know I like my jack. It works well.
We've talked about it in past podcasts where Dayton got sued by Snap-on.
Yep, for the jack that I have.
Yes.
The jack that I have
it's got the foot
is-
pump. Yours is badass because if you buy a floor jack and you have an option to spend a little more money to get a foot pump next to the hand pump, buy the fucking one with the foot pump. You're going to be so much happier in the end. But anyway.
And see, to be honest, I don't use the foot pump.
I do.
I don't on mine.
My Allied, I grabbed that red one before I grabbed the blue. The blue one's way more stronger, way newer, way everything. But the red one's got the foot pump, so I can just go clunk, done.
I just like the fact that my jack, when I got it, there was some specific things. I had went through the spiel with the Snap-on guy on these $7,000 or $8,000 or $900 jacks that they have, and I seen this Daytona jack at Harbor Freight, and it had very similar specs. It was a low profile, high reach. The collapsed height is 3.5 inches. Max reach is 21 7/8 inches.
20 to 22 is a pretty fair number for today's
Most your
low profile. Mine
most
do
your
that.
regular jacks, your regular 3-ton, 2.5-ton, 3-ton hydraulic floor jacks, they're only like a 17-inch reach. This one gives me another 4+ inches, which, you know what,
Inches
that
count.
makes a difference when you're working on,
Ask
let's
his
say,
old lady.
a lifted mud truck or
All
a big
two.
truck. But it also has a weight capacity
All
to
2 old
handle
ladies or all 2 inches?
3/4 or a 1-ton diesel pickup.
My old red Ford that I had, just like yours, I pretty much got to the point where I took both my jacks to pick it up. One would do it, but it was like I had to put all my weight on it, man. It was
No, my jack picks up my freaking 0560 dually.
the Allied jack I
Without
got
a
from
freaking problem in
Sam's
the world.
Club. It took a lot. I had to put a lot of oomph, a lot of ass into it.
Well, you have a lot of it to put into it.
No, I was putting all my ass into it.
Jesus.
And it was
And that
barely
handle
picking
didn't bend?
up. No.
Wow.
I mean, all 100 pounds of me, right? So
300?
No, all 100 pounds of me.
Are you dyslexic or what?
Do you want to go stand on a fucking scale with me?
We'll go stand on a scale. I don't care.
bet
I think I
win.
got you. I think
Yeah, I
got
think
me.
you have. I think you weigh more than me. I think you got me beat.
No, I don't think you do. Anyway, whose turn is it to shop?
I think we're going to take a break and call this one done.
Yeah, I think.
Toolbox, the general. I mean, everything you need is
Your tools. You know, we didn't catch on pliers. Pliers, believe it or not, Channel Lock. That's my go-to. Channel Lock brand.
I agree. I like Channel Lock. I always liked Vice Grip. I don't like the off-brand. Is the Vice Grip style?
Locking pliers.
I don't like.
Locking jaw
Yes,
pliers.
I don't like off-brand. The off-brand, don't buy off-brand Vice Grip style.
I don't
Buy
even.
name brand because those are the off-brand ones bend, they twist out of shape, whatever. They just don't grab.
I'll do you one better.
You said the teeth don't last.
The teeth don't last in the Irwin brand Vice Grips. The Irwin
I've never
branded.
had bad.
See, I go to auctions. I buy regular Vice Grip brand. If they don't say Irwin, I buy them up. Every one of them. Now, I have a pair of Snap-on locking jaw pliers that I've used about 3 or 4 times, and I threw them in the back of my toolbox. I haven't used them since. I hate them. They suck.
I think that would have been a return.
It was bought in my big kit that I got out of college. So, whatever. But anyway, there you go.
2-post lift. Everybody needs one.